Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Polkadot quick update because Polkadot is at a bit of a tipping point here, moving into an apex. My last video I showed you here, or maybe we start with where we come from just briefly. My primary expectation would still be that we're here in this wave 2 correction at the moment and we haven't finished it yet. Of course I could be wrong. Therefore always, come to your own conclusions. It's quite a bold statement to suggest that we would come down once more into the area here between $6 and $11. That would be that completion of that C wave. Yeah, it seems very low, yes, but we have already just a few, half a year ago or so, we've been here in the same area. Yeah, but the wave C would normally end lower. That's still my primary expectation that we're going to land there, but we want to be prepared for all scenarios. That's just what it should be like. Therefore, I keep you updated here about the shorter term moves, of course. So, because it could change around at it could, turn around at any point. And I'll definitely have a detailed look at the charts at the moment, just to make sure that I don't miss this. What we see at the moment, though, is not a sign of it, because you can see that this chart, where I mentioned in the last video, I showed you this downtrend. It's basically this downtrending line that we've got on the Polkadot chart. And that in a first instance, the price would need to break above this downtrending line. Now we had a quick breakout, but we got held back here by the 50-day moving average coming down here in orange color at 28.50. And that pushed the price down again and we're back below that trend line. And we are basically between the trend line and that horizontal support, which is a Fibonacci retracement level. So yeah, you can see that we make a lower high, and lower lows as well. So there is no sign of an uptrend really, especially with that latest low that we've made here. We came even lower than the previous low of the 4th of December. Pretty much what Bitcoin did as well when it came down to 39.5K. So overall, it's looking like that there was a beginning of an uptrend here. We tried it, but then the market is starting to roll over again, and we're now back in this apex here between that trend line, and if we retest that successfully now from below, that could really push the price lower. Yeah, we're below the 20-day moving average, which is at 26.80, and that could be if the price is not able to push again above that trend line, which it might not be because it has just been pushed below it again, and there is the 20-day moving average here as well. Then the price might lose that fib level, and then we could see the next support, which is here 23.30, which is that previous significant swing low, before you then get once more to 22.50. Here though, there will be some strong support, but I would love to have seen something like a W bottom, but we don't see it. You would want the second low a little bit higher than the first one, but you can see that we made here lower low. And yeah, maybe you could see this even as a descending wedge. Possibly there might be a way to do it, and then it's worth keeping an eye on it, because if it's a descending wedge, then you could expect here at some point possibly a bit of a breakout here. Yeah, maybe then with a retest and then go up or whatever, but it's quite a large one. It's very early, but keep it in mind here as we broke out of that descending wedge to the upside. Maybe that's one as well, but it is, I think we're quite far away from the apex if this is one. So we definitely keep an eye on it. Overall though, what I would expect if we get back to these support levels, and if Bitcoin gets done its final sell-off, which I would expect at some stage, be prepared for lower prices, certainly. But the key resistance levels along the way just gave you the next Fibonacci level that is coming. It's probably important to keep an eye on that as well. It's at $32.10. That's the 0.382 fib level. And if we break above that, you can see we're currently in this range here, basically between 22.50 or 22.60 and $32. So that's this range. If we break above either here the $32 level, I think that could push the price much higher, possibly all the way up to $40. But if we also lose, on the other hand, the 22.30, that will unlock much lower prices and could really push us down to previous lows. So it's pretty much still in the range, the price, but it's a bit at a tipping point, because moving into this apex here and it looks like a descending triangle that I just showed you here between that descending trend line and that horizontal fib level here, and there is not much more space. So within the next few days I would expect a decision here, and then if that really is reacting the price to that fib level, which it seems to be doing at the moment, then you can expect a bit of a spring effect if the price is really getting squeezed between these two levels. That's just a quick update about Polkadot. Hope you liked it. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.